Hello and welcome to this special live episode of News Mobile that's coming to you, where we are talking about the results of the Delhi elections. The elections and the voting took place a couple of days ago, and today is the day where Delhi has decided, and Delhi seems to have decided in the BJP's favor, as was predicted by the exit polls, and we did put out the exit polls as well. According to that, and what has transpired today, the latest tally, all the 70 seats, the leads have come out, and the BJP and allies are leading in 47 of these seats. The Aam Aadmi Party is trailing far behind at 23. What worked and what did not work for the Aam Aadmi Party, the typical issues, as we've been talking about, the issues which are at the national level, continue to be at the level of the state as well. However, was there something else that the Aam Aadmi Party could have done? We will shortly be joined by my colleague Abhit. We will ask him a lot more,
Yeah.
but let us quickly give you a quick update where we will tell you about the candidates. Arvind Kejriwal from the Aam Aadmi Party has lost, and now it's not trails and leads anymore. He has lost from his New Delhi seat. Atishi is also, I think she has won or is still leading. We will come back to you in a couple of minutes on that
She's
as
leading
well.
right now, as of now. Yeah.
She's leading, and we have Manish Shishodia, who's already lost from the Jangpura seat. And given this, of course, the BJP has shown extreme good performance in these elections. In fact, the vote share that has been calculated a short while ago showed them almost at 48%. And the Aam Aadmi Party, the vote share was down to about 42%. Let's quickly go across to my colleague Abhit Raghav. Abhit was outside in Delhi last week, just before the voting happened. And he, in fact, went to the voters to find out from them what were the key issues that they were voting for and what was really Delhi thinking before they went in to give their votes. So, Abhit, give us some knowledge about what was it that people wanted, and clearly that may have transpired into what's the result today in the election.
So Rishali, first thing I would like to mention is was the anti-incumbency against the Aam Aadmi Party government, which has been there. It was there, people had their grievances over, the infrastructure, if over, the Yamuna water, which during the elections, the BJP, raised this issue quite a lot over these few months. Even the Congress also questioned the Aam Aadmi Party government on the same issue on the cleanliness of Yamuna, which they had promised before the 2020 elections. That was one, and secondly, the freebies which the Aam Aadmi Party government have been providing for last 10 years. That was something among the middle class tax paying voters that conspired in a negative way, and people tried to pacify that and called it worked against the Aam Aadmi Party government. Especially if I talk about the middle class voters, we I spoke to several of such voters, in different parts of Delhi, and they everyone was apprehended about it, and they just said that categorically stated that this kind of things does not work, and the freebies shouldn't be the case to win the elections. So that's something, these are the two major aspects which definitely worked against the Aam Aadmi Party government when it comes to the voters, what they express to us.
Abhit, while you were talking to the citizens, did you notice that a lot of good campaigning was being done by the BJP? Also, in all the campaigning that has been filed by you as in reports, what is it that you think they did differently? Because we just had the elections in Haryana in
Correct.
December, and there too they have really done really well. So, what is the stance that they have done differently in Delhi for Delhi elections from the last two
I
consecutive?
would, yeah. So Vishali, I would say, during these elections, they touched upon the key issues in terms of the people interest, which interest the people, right? For example, the cleanliness, the infrastructure, the pollution. These are the couple of things which definitely worked and resonated among the voters of Delhi. And Delhi has been such a place where these issues only matters to Delhiites. In Delhi, the caste politics definitely doesn't work over here. It's the people to people issues which people care about. In fact, for Aam Aadmi Party government as well, in the previous two elections in 2015 and 2022, it worked for Aam Aadmi Party, where Aam Aadmi Party raise the issues of the people, and for example, the water supply. There was a time, when water was a big issue back in the day. There was scarcity of water in Delhi, especially the jhuggi areas of Delhi. So that resonated among the voters in back in 2020 and 2015. But this time around, BJP tried to counter that with Yamuna, the pollution, and the cleanliness of water. These are the things which resonated among the voters. As far as the campaigning goes, the BJP went out and did couple of recorded the videos. They used the social media when they went around the mohalla clinics, and the incompetence of mohalla clinic, when they showed to the voters through different channels. That worked definitely for the BJP, I would say. uh, as far as results are goes, and it's a major setback for the Aam Aadmi Party government. Someone like Arvind Kejriwal, who lost the New Delhi constituency. It completely shows how things were not working out for Aam Aadmi Party. Similar thing happened back in 2013 when Arvind Kejriwal defeated Sheila Dikshit. She was the sitting chief minister of Delhi, and he contested against Chief Sheila Dikshit back in the day, and he managed to defeat her. So that shows how there was an anti-incumbency against Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party government, and which as a result, we can see BJP's Parvesh Verma, he managed to regain that seat.
Correct. And the BJP's Pravesh Verma has won his seat. In fact, we can now formally put out that Atishi Marlina from the Aam Aadmi Party has won the Kalkaji seat.
Yeah.
It's been formalized, and so that is one seat of the senior leadership of the Aam Aadmi Party that has been retained. Unfortunately, most of the others have not. Also, we have a quote from Manish Sisodiya that's been put out saying that he has conceded. The Aam Aadmi Party has conceded. He's a senior leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, so I would assume that this can be taken as the party's quote to say that they have conceded defeat. He says party workers have fought well. We all did hard work. People have supported us well, but I lost by 600 votes. I congratulate the candidate who won. I hope he will work for the constituency also as hard as Manisha Shodhia has. In fact, the entire Aam Aadmi Party did have kind of, they were at a back foot because a lot of the senior leadership was behind bars for a couple of years of their last 5 year term. And that may have affected to a certain extent, but a lot of BJP leaders who've been talking say that it's not that the other leaders were not out, and work could have continued if they really wanted to. So there's a lot of backfighting and back and forth going on these things. Having said that, one thing that a lot of BJP leaders in the last half an hour, ever since the results are pretty clear, are saying that Yamuna cleaning up is definitely on their list of priorities, as I would assume would be the pollution that they need to check, because Delhiites are extremely, extremely emotional and sensitive about these two very, very fundamental issues. Of course, there is jobs, and then there is housing, and there is safety and security. But these issues about the Yamuna and the pollution, the air pollution, is definitely causing a lot of negative, thing in Delhi citizens. What do you think about that, Abhi?
Absolutely, Shali, and given the fact that, center and the state, in Delhi and the center, both will be the BJP government. So there won't be, a lot of, the the back and forth which used to happen between Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP back in the day, like there was LG between between the who was bridging the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party between center and the state. So those gaps will definitely be filled, and hopefully the work, the approvals will be very much quicker. And now, given having said that, the police will also be under the BJP rule, like since the Delhi police is handled and controlled by the central government, so there will be like better coordination between both the governments for sure. So that's a good thing. It's I mean, time will say, like BJP has been saying that the double engine government, which they like to call it, so that has been achieved in Delhi, like back in the day when Sheila Dikshit was the chief minister. So for the better part of a chief ministership, like it was the Congress in the center and the state. So those issues which were quite prevalent in last 10 years, and under the leadership of Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party government, the issues between the center and the states will vanish away, and there will be a better coordination. So hopefully, like all the work which are being promised by the BJP in terms of infrastructure, in terms of cleanliness of Yamuna, in terms of curbing pollution, these things will be like better taken care of. Like for example, like during this current spree of pollution, when graph policy was being implemented, there was a blame game between the center and the state government of Delhi, like where about the implementation and the efforts being done, like so there was this uncoordinated thing. So hopefully these little things will vanish away, and the betterment of the people of Delhi will be there for sure.
Absolutely right, Abid. Thank you so much. I think that's a great analysis to give, that while people were expecting the Aam Aadmi Party for 10 years to do a lot of work, the Aam Aadmi constantly kept crying out, saying they were not being allowed to do the kind of work. And now, with the BJP being at the center as well as in Delhi and completely in control, it'll be interesting to see how things pan out. And of course, being proud Indian citizens, we are always looking out for whichever party comes in power takes care of these issues. Definitely, the cleanliness part, the air pollution, education, safety, security, having good roads for all of us, and everybody getting a job is the key priority. So thank you so much for joining us today and giving us your view. And you being out with the public definitely gives us an understanding to an extent to why the Aam Aadmi Party did not manage to garner the votes that it had expected and could not complete its hat trick. So, as we have said, that Manish Sisodiya has definitely come out in the open and conceded defeat, which we are now going to, in a couple of hours, maybe lesser than that, probably hear from the Aam Aadmi Party formally about the party conceding defeat. At this point, the BJP and its allies are at 47 seats, and the Aam Aadmi Party is at 23. I'll give you a quick analysis, though the results are not out completely. I'll give you a quick analysis of the few seats of the results that are already out. We have with us out of the 20 seats, 20 results that have been announced, we can see that the BJP has almost got more than has got about 13 seats. The Aam Aadmi Party has got 7 seats so far. Having said that, I think the leads and the trends are definitely very clear, and people of Delhi have voted for a change. The BJP finally, after over 27 years, is going to be back in power in Delhi, and it will be really, as we have heard some of the senior leaders of the BJP saying, they are going to hit the ground running, and like their mentor and their leader, Prime Minister Modi, everybody is thinking of how quickly they can turn around Delhi and provide all the things that have been promised in the election by them, and how quickly they can turn around Delhi for the Delhi citizens, because Delhi citizens have given the BJP a chance after 27 years, and it'll be good and interesting to see how much and how hard the work that BJP and its workers are going to put in. In the next couple of hours, of course, all the eyes will be on who are the candidates for the chief ministership that the BJP is going to put up. And I think all the media channels and everybody would want to know that, because Again, Delhi is in a very, very important position as one of the key states for any government to hold on to. So now the BJP being in the center and holding on to the Delhi seat, it'll be interesting to know who will be the chief minister from Delhi. So that's all we have for this particular special bulletin. We will be back and we will do a full wrap out, and by then, I think a lot of the results will also be out. Thank you for watching in, and stay tuned. We'll keep bringing you these updates at the top of every hour. You're watching News Mobile.